Hello, Stamper. Welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share a fun fold. What's the name of this fun fold? I don't have a clue, but I'm going to call it the mountain because you see it looked like a mountain. So the mountain fun fold, we're going to call it. I learned this from Carol Plod, one of my teammates. We do challenge, and that was one of the card that she done. So the way that it folds and it will fit in a regular envelope, this panel and this go there and this one go back there. So the two center here go right and this one go left. And this gonna fit in, get an envelope here. Maybe I would put that right now I would say this don't need special stamp. It's just, it's okay. To make sure, check with your postmaster, but and it stand very lovely. Is that fun? So this one I use the Abigail Rose. Is it Abigail Rose? That's the stamp that match with that. But um, a Wash with Beauty. It's the next one, and this one it is yes Abigail Rose. The paper. I color this with the blends. I absolutely love this look. Absolutely. This was the print, excuse me, that I use. See the back? But I color this with, this is Cherry Cobbler. And I, where it's light up on top of it, that's the petal pink. And then this is Island Heather, and also where it's all very light up, I use the petal pink to light everything. And then Old Olive and the light for the leaves. So very simple. So now I use two different stamp set on that. I use Quiet Meadow, and we're going to use that in the next one too for the words here. It's just, you know, off and on words, put it that way. The flower patch, I absolutely love this. Do not go where the pad may lead. Go instead where there is no pad and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo. I absolutely love it. So I use that quite often, just a card sometimes just because. And then here in the background, I use the cottage roach for this here. So that's the three stamp set that I use for this one. The next one, we're going to use the paper Awash with Beauty. That beautiful paper here. So we're going to use a print. It's this print. This print we're going to be using Awash with Beauty. I'm also going to use the wildflower pad for my center. The Quiet Meadow, we're going to use the words. And then my flower, I use the True Beauty that go with that. Okay, let's get started. First thing you want to do is have a piece of cardstock that measure 8 by 5.5. So 8 by 5.5. Now we're going to score at 2 inch at each end. So I'm going to score at 2 inch, and you can flip the paper score back at 2 or here it's 6. Okay, so 2 and 6. And then we're gonna bring our paper cutter, and from the 2 inch mark here where we score, we're gonna go at 1.25. So I bring this at 1.25, and you're gonna cut between the two score. So I'm gonna bring this here, and you're going to see the cutting, it's right at the edge. You see the line, this is your center. So 1.25, and I go all the way to my score line. I'm going to lift that, and I'm going to flip it and do it again. I find it easier to just do 1.25, 1.25 like this. Okay, 1.25, and go all the way here. Okay, now this one I need a smidge bigger. Here we go. So you want to make sure that you're right at your score line. If not, it's going to kind of tear. So you can always come in if you have to and make your last snip, okay? So now that we got that, now we're done with this. Um, yeah. Now we're going to come ahead and score. I'm going to bring a ruler here, and we're going to score at 3 inch, just the center between the place that you cut. So I'm going to put my ruler here so I know exactly the line of the 3 inch right here. Oh, it's just the center. That's okay. I'm going to fix that. The center, right? Yeah, the center. 3 inch. Okay, you see, I scored the top there. Let me put that here, and I'm going to push that down. I'm going to come with my bone folder there. I'm going to flip this, and then at 3 inch, and just into the center between the two lines. Okay, so both of them, it's at 3 inch. Now, right the center, that's at 4 inch. It's the top and the bottom only. With that being said, you're going to go at the 4 there, and I'm going to go at where it cut. I find it easier to just flip it, go at 4, et voila. So let me repeat that, and let me tell you that all measurement will be on my blog. But you're going to score at 2 and at 6. In the center, you're going to score at 4 to where you cut, at the top and the bottom. Now, in the centerpiece here, it's at 3 inch. Flip it again, and 3 inch, okay? This, from your 2 inch score here, you're going to cut at 1 1/4 each end right here. It looks complicated, but remember, you can pause the video, rewind the video, and so on. Now, you're going to push this. Oh, this part here, remember I said I did a boo-boo. And I'm just going to flat that up the best that I can. That's it. I won't sweat the small stuff. Here we go. So the score line is pretty much gone. See a little bit, but it's good. Now what we're going to do, it's the center going to get pushed out and pushed out. Okay, let's reinforce this. Now this piece going to get pushed out also. Here we go, and fold it this way. So that's pushed out. Now this is going to go back, and it's going to go back. See, we got it. So this, all the center, really, it go out, and this come towards you. And really, this is the back of it, but I find it easier to fold this way. So everything in the center go against you, and each side gonna come at you, and this is gonna be your back. Now we're gonna flip this around, and we're gonna do the center where I stamp the words. So this is with the stamp set Quiet Meadow. And you know what? I don't have a scrappy paper, and I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna, my cardstock, it is Blushing Bright. We're gonna put that flat. And I'm gonna cover the bottom here. I won't sponge this one. The other one I sponge a bit. This one I won't sponge. I just gonna stamp that. You could always add some designer series paper. I just thought that writing was looking good there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use Mary Merlot, and we're gonna go ahead, and I'd like to do the bottom first. Oop, I'm cockeyed a little bit, but that's all good. Et voila. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the bottom. So let's bring this here. And put that just, and the reason why I put that like this, it's because that I don't want anything at the top or the side there. I just, instead of putting paper there, I thought this stamp set would look good. So now I'm going to come right here. And it doesn't matter if it's equally or not. It's just like accent and so on. Okay. Boom. Now we're going to remove this and we're going to do it in the back also. You know what? Let me try. Okay, just a strip there. Going to see how that goes. Here we go. So this one I just did a strip. Et voila. So you can do any way you want, or like I said, you can cut designer series paper. Now we're going to bring our designer series paper that I already cut, and this measure 178 by 5 3/8. And this is going to be for the front. The front, it's where it pop out. Okay, let's bring the glue. So it's 178 by 5 3/8. Here's one. And we're going to do the other piece. Make sure I go in the right direction. And then for the center, what I find easier, okay, so the center, this piece here in Mary Merlot, it is 2 3/4 by 3. And this one, it's 2.5 by 2 3/4. Now we're going to glue that. I had put my measurement in the back, but I remember for some reason. Okay. Now I want just put glue in the center. So make sure I got it on the right spot. Yeah. So I just going to put glue in the center. Very important, and you're going to understand why in a minute. I'm going to center this. And I think Carol had put it the other way, so it was right at the edge. And it was hitting the side, and I'm like, you know what? This is going to fit perfect this way. So now, see? Okay, so top, bottom, go to the right, and this one go to the left. And it's going to fit in your envelope. Okay, now let me show you the back. So now where are you going to write on that, right? So now we're going to flip this around. Now the back, this year it's 178 by 278. I put 178, but it's 178 by 278 because it was 2 by 3. And I get, oh, you know what? I think this is going to look better this way. So I just stamped the rose from True Beauty in Blushing Bright. And this one here, the same. So it's 178 by 5 3/8, the same. Then I cut my designer series paper from the front. And this I stamp the rose from True Beauty with Mary Merlot. So you get place to write here. If that's not enough, I would say just add a little piece of paper, to write something extra. For me, that would be plenty. But see, and then this one here, see, I done 2 little strip there. So here is the back of the card. And here is the front of the card. Is that beautiful? And then voila, it stands perfect, the mountain view, right? I think it looked like the mountain. So decide that's what I'm going to call it. I have no clue what it's called. So, and here is, so this one, it's with Abigail Rose paper, and this one, a Wash in Beauty. Both paper from the annual catalog 2022 to 2023. I will have all supplies, all measurement on my blog, and it's listed right below. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up. And if you're in the US, you need any product, Stampin' Up product, please look me up. I would be happy to be your demonstrator. Thank you. Till next time. Happy stamping, my friend. Again, you get the direct link to place your order also right below. Thanks for your support.